Hello and welcome to this edition of Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we have coming up for you. Shelby Township honors the brave men and women who serve to protect our freedom. And for the first time ever, the Activity Center will get you into the holiday season with some snacking and shopping. We have these stories and more on this edition of Shelby This Week. The Shelby Township Police Department arrested 3 men after reports of gunshots at Crystal Lake Apartments. Officers were called to the scene of the apartment complex after calls came in of apparent gunshots. When the officers arrived around 10 p.m. on November 11th, they heard numerous shots coming from a second-floor apartment in Building B. Officers set up a perimeter and secured the area. The Shelby Township Police Department's tactical team assisted along with SWAT team members from Sterling Heights and Warren. Crisis negotiators were able to convince the 3 suspects to exit the apartment. All 3 men were taken into custody, and police did recover a rifle inside the apartment. The Shelby Township Police Department are continuing to investigate this situation. Honoring our men and women who put their lives on the line to protect the freedoms of this country, the Shelby Township Veterans Ceremony recognized all these brave people. Kyle Wurzbach has more from the Veterans Memorial site on the municipal grounds.
Fire! The local veterans community gathered at the Shelby Township Veterans Memorial in honor of those who are serving and who have served our country.
Veterans Day is a day that we remember all of our service people. It's a day we give you our thanks for all the sacrifices that you have made.
Joyce Fabian is a Blue Star mother, representing women who have or have had a son or daughter serving in the armed forces. They send care packages to troops all over the world and act as each other's support group.
Every mother who's ever had to send her child into harm's way, we need that support group also. We're only moms, just like you. And truth to be told, if you didn't have mothers, you wouldn't have troops.
Another special guest was retired General John Slocum, who served in the Gulf War. He is thankful for the support he's received for his service, but knows that not all veterans had that support when they return home.
We had the appreciation of this country, and I think the American patriotism has come through loud and clear. With our Vietnam vets, I don't believe that's the case.
And his father, who recently passed away, was a pilot serving in Vietnam. But that was as much as General Slocum knew about his service.
When my dad passed, I was stunned when I went out there and pulled out an album in his living room, and it was all pictures from Vietnam. I'd never even seen it. He never shared it. So I would like to reiterate once again to our Vietnam veterans out there, welcome home, brothers and sisters.
And the next time you hear the national anthem, think of those who kept our country safe.
That our flag was still there.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave. You're damn straight it does, because of you.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Wurzbach.
A special broadcast of the ceremony can be found on ShelbyTV. Head over to the Shelby Township Activity Center for some vendor and snack shopping. For the first time ever, the Parks, Recreation, and Maintenance Department will host the Snack and Shop Vendor Show and Taste Fest. It's on November 22nd from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tables will be set up with local businesses. Shop bakeries, restaurants, and services. Help support these local entities at one local spot. For more information, you can call the PRM offices at 586-731-0300. Still ahead on Shelby This Week, get those feet ready because the annual Jingle Bell Run is coming to Shelby Township. All the proceeds go towards people right here in our community. Meet this cat. She just might be the perfect addition to your household, and she's available for adoption right now at the Humane Society of Macomb.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up, and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
The Shelby Township Senior Center is looking to give back to families in the Utica Community School District. The holidays can be a challenging time for some families out there, and the Senior Center provides gifts to make sure every child in the community has a Christmas to remember. You can take a tag off the giving tree at the Senior Center, then get the gift listed and return it to the Senior Center. All gifts are due back by November 27th. This is a great way to help out a local family. The Shelby Township Senior Center is located at 14975 21 Mile Road. It's that time of year to enter the coloring contest. Children in grades kindergarten through 2nd grade and anyone with special needs can color this picture. It's open to Shelby Township residents and all Utica Community School students. All your child has to do is color the ornament, include your name, address, and phone number on the back of the sheet. 1 entry per person. You can find additional sheets on ShelbyTWP.org. All coloring sheets need to be dropped off or mailed to the Shelby Township Library by 5 p.m. on December 2nd. The winner of the contest will be given the key to Santa Claus at the Christmas Aglow on December 5th. All pictures submitted will be displayed at Township Hall until January 3rd. So get your children coloring. It's the 10th annual Jingle Bell Run. The 5K run and walk is December 15th. It begins at 9 a.m. Runners and walkers need to be at the start line located at the former Senior Center on Van Dyke. Race fees are $25 before December 1st. After the 1st, it will be $30 to register. You can register online at eastsideracingcompany.com. There will be award winners for top male, female, and top 3 in every age group. The proceeds of the race benefit Special Olympics. Meet Cammie. She is a very affectionate cat who needs a loving family. You can meet her right now at the Humane Society of Macomb.
Cammie came into us on her surrender. She came in a bit of bad shape. She had to have all of her teeth pulled and her nails were really bad, so we had to trim those up. She's about 6 years old. She's a very affectionate cat. She would love to sit and watch TV with you over playing. She would be okay with older children. Possible cats that are more calm and relaxed. Not too sure about dogs, but she's waiting for the right family that would just love a little cat that would just sit on their lap. She's small, she's not going to get very big, but she's extremely sweet. She doesn't have a whole lot of high energy, that's why she'd make a very good lap cat. So she'd make it perfect for a senior if they wanted in a senior place, or just an older couple that didn't want to have to worry about a cat. She would be the perfect one. I would love to see her go into a home that would just spoil her round and give her all the affection she would want. She's a social eater, so if you're right there petting her, she'll eat the whole time where you're petting her. She's just sweet. There's no other word to put it but sweet. She'd make any family the perfect family. She'd love to be there for Thanksgiving. She'd make the perfect gift for anybody.
Coming up next, it was the first round of the district playoffs for the Eisenhower Eagles against Lake Orion Dragons. We have your game highlights. And these girls had one successful season on the Eisenhower golf team.
How far we've come.
Oh, hey! Okay. Mm-hmm.
If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, Then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
The Eisenhower Eagles travel to Lake Orion to take on the Dragons. Eisenhower would turn the ball over early and Lake Orion would capitalize with a 46-yard field goal by Connor Ross. And Ike would counter in the second quarter with a bomb down the middle from Blake Rastigue to Ethan Baker to make the score 7-3. The Eagles would turn the ball over 2 more times this quarter, ending in a 5-yard touchdown run by Kobe Manzo to bring the score to Lake Orion 10 and Eisenhower 7. Not long after, Blake Rastigue would connect with Steven Nadolski down the middle to give the back the lead 14-10. Steven Nadolski would add another rushing touchdown from 3 yards out. The extra point was no good and Ike would go into the half with a 20-10 lead. The third quarter, Ike would score on this 5-yard pass from Blake Rastigue to Ian West. Lake Orion would score as Blaze Lauer would connect with Mitchell Howell. The Dragons would tack on a field goal late, but Eisenhower would be victorious with a score 27-20. Eisenhower will face Davison in the regional final game on Friday, November 15th from Brandon High School in Ortonville. It was an impressive season for the Eisenhower High School girls golf team. Kyle Warzbach has more on how this team succeeded.
When you think of successful Eisenhower athletic programs, you probably think of the football team and the dance team, to name a few. Receiving some much-deserved attention recently is the girls' golf team. This year, they won their 2nd straight county title, a MAC Red title, their first regional title in school history, and appeared in the state finals for a 3rd consecutive year.
It's been really fun, and being on the team since my freshman year, it's been cool to see how far we've come. We went from being like middle of the pack to competing and winning a lot of tournaments, and our scores have just improved every single year I've been on the team, so it's been really cool to see.
While their success over the years was no doubt a team effort, much of that success is thanks to junior Ariel Chang. She finished tied for the 6th top individual in the state as a freshman and has only been getting better since.
My mental game, I really worked hard on trying to forget about the bad shots and work on the next shot and how to improve on it.
She works so hard, incredibly hard, in and out of practice. Outside of practice, she's always, every single day she plays golf, I swear. She's so consistent, always working hard, always trying to improve her game and get better.
One of the things I like most about Ariel is she's like so good, but she's not like cocky, and she's very like supportive of us. And even though like if I shoot like a 45, like that's great for me, but if Ariel shot that, that would be horrible. She's still like supportive of me for like shooting that because she knows like she knows it's good for me, and so she's so supportive of us. And she's not so like she's not very like only focused on herself and improving herself. She wants to help all of us and become a better as a team.
Now Ariel has golfing in her blood. Her dad got her started with her first pair of clubs. Most notably, her distant cousin, Megan Kang, is the first golfer of Hmong descent to join the LPGA Tour.
She's like my role model almost, because it shows me that it is possible to get to the LPGA, being like how we grew up.
With Kayla, Hannah, and Allison graduating in the spring, that leaves Ariel and Alexis Sharplin at the helm to lead next year's team back to the state finals.
I'm really confident, and I'm really excited to work with Ariel and be co-captains with her.
I think that next year, Ariel, I think she's going to be a captain, and I think she's going to be really good at that. And I think that the upcoming players, I think that they all have the dedication to put in the time that's necessary to make just as good of a team and continue the success.
Congratulations once again to the Eisenhower girls golf team on a successful season. For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warzbach.
That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search ShelbyTV. We will leave you with scenes from the almost completed barrier-free playground at Riverbends Park. This all-inclusive equipment will allow for children of all abilities to play together. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.